All right, so we have our 25-lap main event coming up. Let's get our starting lineup. Here we go on the pole, ladies and gentlemen. Makes his home now in Center Hill, Florida on the Zanatti Racing Honda. Number 2, Kenny Coolbeth Jr. Starting in the number 2 starting spot, second pick on the front row, I should say, on the R&R Racing Yamaha YZ450. Number 27, Robbie Pearson. Third pick on the front row, the candidate up for Rookie of the Year from Mount Gilead, Ohio. His first race in the GNC1 class, the Don's Kawasaki, entry number 17F, Jared Vanderkoy. Starting fourth, he was a winner here last year. Comes to us from Salinas, California, the Hart Racing, Rod Lake Racing Honda. Number 14, Briar Bauman. Fifth pick on the front row also comes to us from Salinas, California, the Dodge Brothers Racing Suzuki. Number 80, Stevie Bonzi. Last pick on the front row, our defending Grand National Champion, the Montgomeryville Cycle Center, Rogers Racing Honda. Number 1, the Jammer, Jared Meese. Now we go back to row number 2 from Oxford, Pennsylvania, the TJ Burnett Farms Honda. Number 44, Brandon Robinson. Starting in the 8th starting spot, the 8th pick, actually second pick on row number 2 from Dryad, Washington, the Brothers Power Sports Honda. National number 11, Scott Baker. After him will be the rider comes to us from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, Hart Racing Weisco Kawasaki, entry number 5, Jersey, Jake Johnson. Up next from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, the Doug Lawrence Racing Honda, national number 73, Doug Lawrence. After him from Fremont, California, the ERT Rod Lake Racing Honda, national number 49, the Cali Kid, Chad Coase. Last pick on row number 2, he makes his home in Graham, Washington, the Fredericktown Yamaha, Vans Yamaha, entry number 7, Slammin' Sammy Halbert. Row number 3 is going to be busy also from Philpott, Kentucky on the Vans Yamaha, Victory Cycle Graphics YZ450, number 95, JD Beach. 14th pick on the grid from Oakland, New Jersey on the MRT Avila Racing Honda. Number 12, that is Jay Maloney. 15th pick way back there in row number 3 from San Jose, California, the Casio Rush Racing Honda. Number 54, former winner right here. Make some noise for Mikey Rush. Starting 16th, former Grand National Champion from Eatonville, Washington, the Brothers Power Sports entry Honda. Number 6, they call him the Bullet, Brad Baker. Up next from Washop, Australia, the Gokin Racing Chip Chisholm Racing Honda, national number 87, they call him Wild Thing, Mick Kirkness. Starting 18th from Glenmore, Pennsylvania, the Greg Vitry Bonneville Performance entry. It's a Honda. Number 55, Jake Shoemaker. And using a provisional start card, he comes to us from Flint, Michigan, the Oasis Homes Crosley Radio Honda. Number 42, Brian Smith. That is your starting lineup. 19 riders, 25 laps the distance. Are you guys ready? Let's go trackside with Danny, who's caught up to our pole setter.
Thanks, you guys. Kenny Coolbeth Jr., what's it going to take tonight to take the top spot on the podium?
Definitely a start and consistent laps. We got our Chaplin Honda, Gator Harley-Davidson Honda running good, and we just need to start and stay out of trouble.
So why should fans be rooting for you?
I don't know, because I guess I'm a good guy.
All right, you guys, get ready for some racing.
All right, before we start this 25-lap main event, we do have a quick spot from Bruce Ross-Myers.
If you are out here at Daytona Bike Week, be sure to stop over here at Bruce Ross-Myers, Harley-Davidson, and check out Destination Daytona. There's so much going on here all week, so hope to see you here.
All right, they'll get a sighting lap right now. Chris, is a good chance to check out the racetrack for the last time before it's time for 25 laps of full speed.
Yeah, good opportunity to see what it's like going into turn 1 and turn 3 at speed. By yourself, obviously, as the race gets going. gonna be rubbing elbows, but the track's gonna be a little slippery. They put a little bit of water down. It's gonna go through that series of getting faster. But sometimes it gets slower before it gets faster.
Kenny Coolbeth has chosen the very inside. I don't know if he was paying attention to our broadcast or not, but I don't think anybody's got the whole shot from the very inside. One of the riders possibly in the best position is the 17F Jared Vanderkoy. He's starting in the 2 spot. Right beside him is the Jammer Jared 1. I'm going to keep my eyes on the 27 Robbie Pearson. He's been charging the hardest, and don't count out the 14 of Briar Bauman on the outside of row number 1. He won here last year.
Yeah, it's interesting. The front row, we have 2 former winners. Vanderkoy, who hasn't, this is his first opportunity here. The 80 of Bonzi finished 3rd here in night 2. Pearson, loved to be on the podium. Jared Meese has been on the podium looking for his first win.
Bikes are in gear. Here we go with the GNC1 main event. Watch the light. Lap number 1 in the books. It's Stevie Bonzi with the whole shot. Vanderkoy gets pushed a little bit wide back there from 3rd. He drops to 4th as Bauman comes through. Behind our leader, it is the Jammer, Jared Meese, in 2nd, Chris.
Very interesting. Bonzi won the fastest heat race. I think he knows what the track is like, but the number 1 putting him under a lot of pressure as Briar Bauman runs up the inside of Jared Meese, looking for his way by. This is going to be a barn burner, folks.
Well, Bonzi's right there, but he has Jared Meese right on his back tire, and right behind him is our fast qualifier from earlier today. That's Bauman. So the top 3 are nose to tail. They get a little bit of a gap back to Coolbeth back in the 4th spot. Vanderkoy is back in the 5th, and he's dropping a little bit, and he's starting to feel the pressure, I think, of our first GNC main event for him.
Yeah, as we see the 44 go up the inside into turn 3, trying to make a move. In the back of the field, Brian Smith looking for any way to move forward.
Lap number 4 goes in the books. It's Stevie Bonzi out front. Behind him is Meese. Bauman now is getting a little bit of pressure from the number 2, Kenny Coolbeth, who's starting to come to the front. Robinson now is in the 5th spot. Behind him is Sammy Halbert in 6th. Vanderkoy back in the 7th spot. He's still wide. He needs to calm down, get to the inside of the racetrack.
Yeah, as we see Briar Bauman starting to struggle a little bit through the middle of the corners, under a lot of pressure from Kenny Coolbeth. Right now, aggression isn't paying. You see the 2 leaders running pretty smooth, entering the corners, smooth through the middle, and rolling it on. Right now, the riders who are riding aggressive are moving backwards. These 2 up front as Bonzi pushes the front end, leading into the corner, struggling quite a bit there at turn 1.
Possibly some of these guys are trying too hard, overriding the racetrack right now. They need to calm down and maybe take some notes from Andrew Luker from that last race and see if you can just calm down, be really smooth. It is Bonzi out front, Meese in the 2 spot, Briar Bauman still in 3rd, but he's got a lot of pressure behind him with Kenny Coolbeth, and also Brandon Robinson is right there.
Yeah, a little slippery, entering the corners. The front end wants to wash away. The rear end wants to, a couple feet out, wants to grab a lot of grip, especially here going into turn 1. Bonzi navigates it pretty good this time, gets through the middle nice and smooth. Oh, Meese looking for any bobble that sets Bonzi up outside that'll open up a hole for him to dart through underneath. So far, the door's been shut.
Still Stevie Bonzi out front, Jared Meese in 2nd, Briar Bauman 3rd, Kenny Coolbeth in the 4th spot, Brandon Robinson, Sammy Halbert, Robbie Pearson, Jake Johnson in 8th, Doug Lawrence 9th, and Brad Baker rounding out your top 10.
That last lap, Bonzi got a really good drive off of turn 2, settled in nice going into the corner, gets the bike slowed down, turns under, gets the thing hooked up. Jared really nowhere to go at this moment.
Well, I think he's being patient right now. He's looking for an opening to get in there, looking for anything he can do. We're on lap number 10. 10 laps are now in the books as Bonzi is still out front. Meese looking up the inside once again, trying to make anything happen. Now he's going to try the outside. I don't think he'll try the pass out there. Do you, Chris?
Now, sometimes you show the outside as Kenny Coolbeth makes a move into 2nd. Be interesting to see if, or excuse me, into 3rd. See if he can run down the leaders. He won here a year ago. Let's see if he has the speed to move forward.
Right now, Jared Meese has the fastest lap of the race with a 1:7.741, so looks like he's getting held up a little bit. And looks like Bauman took a look over his shoulder, and he saw a bunch of people behind him, including the 44, and they're all trying to come on through. So it looks like Bauman has missed the setup a little bit in this main event, and he's starting to fade a little bit as Bonzi has got all kinds of company. Meese is all over that back tire of that Suzuki.
Well, I know how bad Jared Meese wants to win the Daytona Flat Track with the #1 plate. Very interesting to see how long his patience will hold.
Oh, he just bumped him right there, Chris.
If an opportunity comes for him if there's a little gap and he has a chance, he's not afraid to go in there. He's a former high school wrestler. One of his biggest regrets in life was coming to Daytona instead of going to states to wrestle in high school in the state of Pennsylvania where he's from. I think he's trying to figure out a way to wrestle away a victory here from Stevie Bonzi.
He just took a look over his shoulder, want to see how much breathing room he had. He may be setting himself up for a high pass. I don't know if I would right now. He's got to know the fast guys are out there behind him. Right now it's still Bonzi out front. Jared, looks like they touched tires again right there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Meese is trying everything. Now he tries the high line. He's trying to set him up, maybe try to think Bonzi. Fake him out, maybe think he's going to run the high line. Here comes Kenny Coolbeth Jr. He won last year on night #2, and he's catching up to our leaders.
Bonzi's doing what he needs to do to stay in front. He struggles a little bit through 1 and in through the middle of 1 and 2, but he gets a good drive, not allowing Jared to get a run on him. While doing that, Coolbeth just ripped off a 17.5 laps, similar to what they had in qualifying. He's narrowing the gap. He's going to have a chance to poke his head in here and say, hey, I want my chance at victory here again, too.
Meese is going to have to turn it on pretty soon. He's going to have to make a move, stick a wheel inside, try to move Bonzi out of the way. As Coolbeth has now caught the leaders. Meese knows he's there. He just took a look over his shoulder. Here comes Kenny Coolbeth Jr. up the inside from deep in the field. He just has his fastest lap just a few laps ago, and he's caught up to the leaders. Meese knows the pressure is being pushed from behind. Take a look back. Brandon Robinson's got a lot of company behind him. 5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Bonzi, Meese, and Coolbeth. 1, 2, and 3 into turn #1 right now.
When Jared Meese took a peek back, he saw the #2 in reach. His whole body language appeared to be, all right, I'm thinking championship here. I'm not going to do anything stupid. He's a rival. I'm going to sit here. If the big mistake comes, I'll take advantage of it, but I'm not going to force the issue.
Man.
I don't see as much anxiety behind Jared Meese. He's thinking long-term at this moment.
Well, and Meese knows that he has trouble getting around Bonzi, so he knows that Coolbeth's going to have trouble getting around him. I'm sure that's what he's thinking. His lap number 22 is in the books. 3 laps to go, I believe, right here at the Daytona Flat Track. Meese is riding pretty hard. Bonzi is riding a perfect line out front, keeping the wheels pointing the right direction, pulling off the corners just like he needs to, like you talked about, Chris. 2 laps to go for Bonzi. Meese shows the wheel up the inside. Coolbeth sitting back watching. He also knows he's going for the championship at the end of the season. He doesn't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, this is where it's at. Here we go with getting ready for the white flag. This is money time. He's had 24 mistake-free laps. Let's see if he can make it 25.
And Bonzi, hang on. Final lap. Oh, he gets sideways, but Meese had to check up. Here they come down the back straightaway. It's Bonzi. Meese right there in second. Coolbeth showing a wheel. Can anything happen coming to the line? Off of turn number 4. Double checkered flag is in the air. Bonzi takes the win. Look how close the top 3 are, as we'll give you a rundown in just a moment. But what a race we had right there in the end. And it was Bonzi taking the win on the Suzuki. So Stevie Bonzi, I believe that's his 3rd Grand National victory of his career on the Suzuki. Fireworks are in the air right here. Congratulations to all of our riders. And packed house here tonight. Bonzi, your winner on the Suzuki. He won by 0.123 seconds over Jared Meese. Will come home 2nd. Kenny Coolbeth Jr. will take the 3rd spot on the number 2. A good ride coming through the pack up there to get to 3rd. 4th is the 44, Brandon Robinson. 5th is Robbie Pearson on the 27. 6th spot will be the number 7, Slammin' Sammy Halbert. 7th will be Jake Johnson. 8th will be Briar Bauman. 9th is Doug Lawrence. 10th is Jake Shoemaker. 11th, J.D. Beach. The 12th spot is the number 6 of the Bullet, Brad Baker. Mike Rush will get 13th. Jared Vandekoy started at the front. Looked like the pressure got to him a little bit. He faded back to 14th. Chad Coates, 15th. Brian Smith, 16th. Mick Kirkman, 17th. 18th, Scott Baker. And 19th, Jay Maloney. But what a great race we had. What a good start to the 2015 season.
Congratulations to the 80 of Stevie Bonzi. I know he found himself over the winter without a ride starting the 2015 season. I'm sure some measure of redemption running through his mind right now. Very excited to get a win here at Daytona on a borrowed motorcycle, on a borrowed van to get here. That's a storybook ending to his night. Congratulations to him, as well as our other podium finishers, Jared Mees, doing the prudent thing and thinking long term, not forcing the issue. Kenny Coolbeth with a good run from about a 5th place start up to 3rd. A very tough track for these riders to pass tonight, but congratulations.
Absolutely. What a good job. Bonzi did exactly what he had to do, held his line down there on the bottom. We're going to go to the podium in just a moment as soon as they get the top 3 riders all down there on that victory podium. And for you fans that are here in Daytona, the pits are open now. Head on down there, meet your favorite rider, stop by, tell them how they did. Kenny Coolbeth has joined us on the victory podium. So I believe we're going trackside with Danny, and she's caught up with our 3rd place finisher.
All right, Kenny Colbeth Jr., I think you needed a couple more laps out there, and it maybe would have been a different turnout.
Man, the track is so hard to pass. It's I was right there waiting for Jared to kind of push on Stevie so I could take advantage of it, but Jared just played it safe. He looked back. I saw him look back and just get in line and conserve. It's all good though. These guys we tested last week and blew up a motor, our good motor, and we just got the motor back today. And I want to thank Falicon Cranks for hooking us up. Steve Polk, Michelle DeSavo, Dave Zanotti, those guys stayed up all night last night building that motor, and it's an honor to ride for them.
Kenny, are you satisfied with 3rd place?
I am. It's not a win, but it's a long season too. We're right there, and we'll just keep picking away. Hopefully tomorrow we can pass on this track and make a good show.
All right, I'm going to step on over to 2nd place, Jared Mees. What a battle out there. That was quite the exciting event. I hope we see some of that tomorrow, too.
Yeah, it wasn't really much of a battle. I just was glued to his rear wheel and was wanting and hoping for a mistake out of Stevie, and he's a phenomenal rider, and he didn't make one. So I played it very, very safe, and I guess a couple people said you rode like a gentleman, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad, but I didn't really have, I had maybe one shot I could have got in there, but I was waiting for something a little bit more cleaner, and I held back, and checkered flag came out early. So anyway, I had a great team, a great motorcycle. Daytona's been one to struggle for me, and to come out here with a solid ride like this, I'm very, very happy. Big shout out to Rogers Racing, SDI Insulation. Big, huge shout out to Montgomery Cycle Center. Loose Clutches for getting me out of the hole. My trainer, extremely fit. Dick Tibbetts, my wife Nicole, Bell Helmets, NGK Spark Plugs. Boysen, everybody, National Cycle, Bullet Jeans, Millennium Technologies, Oakley Goggles, Troy Lee Designs, TCX Boots, Las Vegas Harley-Davidson, Sunoco Race Fuels. Big, huge group effort that makes this happen. Saddleman Seats is a real big one of mine as well, and I couldn't be more happy, man. It's, like I said, to come out of here with Daytona and get a second first night, it's really good.
Are you going to be making any changes going into tomorrow?
No, minor details. Race Tech suspension was really working good tonight. Jimmy Wood, class act, thanks a lot for helping me out. And I think he might do a few small details. Big shout out to my buddy Steve Beatty for training with me this week. My buddy Craig Pickett at home for dialing in everything for me. It's just Bellray Oil is just a huge group effort that makes this happen. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Congratulations on your 2nd place finish.
Thank you.
All right, we're stepping over to the Harley-Davidson GNC1 winner, Stevie Bonzi. How are you feeling right now?
I'm on top of the world, It's been a real struggle to get here. I drove out by myself, and thank God to Trav Daddy, Travis Smith, for helping me put this thing together, and Frankie Garcia for loaning it to me, and Suzuki Cycles, Dodge Bros, man. Without him, I probably couldn't be here. He's helping me out tremendous, and Saddleman and Alpine Star, and just everybody that's helped me get here. The Sherbs helped me out with the wheel, and Jason Tyre, and Willie McCoy, and just everybody who's been behind me. And it's been a long deal to get ready for this season, but it's starting to pay off, and I'm hungry now.
As you look to the men to your right and to your left, is this going to be a big preview of what's to come this season?
Yeah, these guys are tough. They're pretty consistent at all-around tracks, you know, and that's what I'm trying to work on myself. I'm good on these 450s and half miles, but I got to really work on my mile skills. And so this year, Willie's going to kind of travel around with us, and hopefully I can learn off of him. And you know, hanging around fast people definitely helps.
Now, Stevie, what can you say to the fans that are still here and the fans watching on the live stream?
Thank you guys for coming out and supporting. You know, this track is amazing for you guys to watch. You know, it's like a stadium. I really appreciate it, and you guys need to hit some more races this year. Come see some good battles.
Can you thank your sponsors real quick?
Yeah, I went through most of them, but Suzuki, Dodge Bros, Alpine Star, Arise, Saddleman, Motion Pro, the Cahoons for helping me in the pits, Frankie Garcia, Jared's hands in my way, X-Brand, Alpine Star, G2, Intense Racing, and just everybody that's been behind me. Thank you.
All right, Stevie Bonzi taking the first win here at Daytona.
That is it from here at Daytona, round number 1. Stay tuned. There's a victory podium at the press conference with the top 3 riders coming up down there in the pit area. But that is it from here in the booth. On behalf of Chris Carr, Danny Medine, I'm Scotty Dubin. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for Daytona, round number 2. Please check out the
I am Sammy Halbert, number 7, watching me live on FansChoice.tv. I'm Kenny Fullback, watching live on FansChoice.tv. Yeah, I'm Brandon Robinson, that's number 44, watch me live on FansChoice.tv.
I'm Shayna Tyson, number 52, and you're watching me live on Fans Choice TV.
Taylor Wiles, number 17, watch me live on FansChoice.tv.
I'm Rob Pearson, number 27, KTM GE Waters Auto Body.
I'm Jeffrey Carver, national number 23. Watch me on FansChoice.tv.
I'm Johnny Lewis, watching me live on FansChoice.tv.